Why are you giving the dot dot? What was his name? Hey, does the I was here first thing still not work? How'd the date go? I'll tell you. What the hell? What's wrong with it? One of the mods paused it. What the hell? Why'd they pause it? Okay, it should work now. Fernie steals it! Saying to pay for dinner on his date, yeah. 14 inches! Yeah, Obama's slightly taller, but I'm slightly wider. Wajaja, don't wajaja me. Alright, I gotta check when the game starts. Did you know? The legendary Sang Sports Corner returns tonight. It is a yearly tradition that we watch sports, playoff sports. Boo? Why are you saying boo? We watch us out your team? What? Why are you watching out my team? Tiny Vampire? Why is everyone picking a fight so early on? That's what I'm supposed to do. Alright. I don't remember my kick info. You don't have to. Oh, you're gonna actually watch the game with us? Alright, let's go! That'll make it so much more fun. A tiny comment is a fact, for real, for real. Alright, well, I'm gonna tell you guys about it, and then we're gonna watch the game, which I obviously cannot stream on Twitch, or I shall be banned. So let's not do that. I'm gonna check when it starts. It's all fun and games until Sanders turns on serious mode. Wajaja. Serious mode? What is serious mode? I am always serious. So just sports day and no games. I will stream an hour of games after sports done. The Leafs game is like 3 hours long, so go until 10. Then I'll do like an hour or two of gaming, and then I'll call a night. Where can I watch it? This is what it looks like right now. I'll tell you guys about the date first. Don't worry. Okay, it hasn't started. Puck drop is probably in like 10 minutes though. So, look, I used to live in Ottawa, and the first team ever that I got interested was Ottawa Senators because of their logo and design. It was just like, wow, it looks so cool, the Centurion. But as someone who lives in Toronto, I just love the Leafs, of course, and so I'm really happy. It's a battle of Ontario because Toronto and Ottawa are really close. But you know what's closer? The battle of Florida. Tampa Bay and Florida are even closer. Anyways, on your team's performance, you might not be in the mood for games. Just shut up. How dare you tell me how I'm gonna feel? They're gonna win. They're gonna win. I'm gonna feel like I can do anything. How dare you say that, Len? They're gonna win, and I'm gonna feel like the greatest. I'm gonna feel ecstatic. I will. I have unlimited energy. Okay. I gotta check where we can stream the game first. But yeah, I'll tell you guys about the date once I figure this out. Hey guys, when was the last time you went on a date? It's okay if it's never. It's been a couple of years for me. That's why I didn't mind. I literally forgot I had agreed to go on this date. My mom had to remind me. I really thought this weekend I was just watching hockey and playing video games when I barely got to do the video games part. Yeah. Prom? How long ago was that? Obama, are you trying to become a wizard? I'd date you, Obama. I love you, Obama. Already am? Oh, okay, sure. Where can we watch Hockey Night Canada? Hey, Zatura. So they stream on ESPN, ESPN2, TNT, and more. What? Okay. All right. I don't think we have a lot of time, so I'm just going to tell you guys about it. It's been like a couple years since I went on a date. And before someone makes bad assumptions, it's because all my time, you guys know how this works, right? I go to work and I think about streaming. Then I come home, then I stream. Then I have no energy left. And that's basically all I do. And before someone says like, that sounds sag. It is sag. That's why streamers burn out, because they're just like, well, I have no time to do anything else. And so they give up. But like, that's just how it works. Now, with that said, I've been in relationships as a streamer. So even though it's been a couple of years since a physical date and whatnot, I did try it on early on. It's so hard to balance to be in a relationship. You like imagine explaining like you can't go to an event or to go out and spend time together because you got to play video games. Do you like? I think most people realize how like difficult that would be for most people to understand. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard to like put it all together. So yeah, it's been a while. But you know, you never really know how relationships happen. I think I got conned into this because I saw the girl that my mom tried to introduce me to, but I had no interest at the time. And then I realized she was actually pretty cute. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, whoops, my bad. Probably should have looked into that one. So I was like, okay, well, fine. I'll just say yes to this one because I've been talking to this girl for a bit. And I was like, okay, well, let's just see it. So we went to like Cha Time, which is like bubble tea and like the Asian drinks. So like milk tea, bubble tea, all that stuff. And it was a pastry shop as well. I can't believe you actually picked the Leafs over a movie. Hold on. She has a test tomorrow. And she has interviews tomorrow to do. So she didn't want to stay late. Because I initially like offered, because I thought we were going to a movie, because the place we went was next to a Cineplex, which is a movie theater. And so I was like, okay, so we're probably going to like, you know, chat for a bit, then go to a movie. That's what I thought. But like all the movies were at 4 p.m. So we had like 2 hours of talking then. I was like, what the hell? Why are these gaps so long? So she was like, yeah, you know, like that's obviously too long too much time to wait too much time to like talk and wait before a movie starts. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I should start at the beginning. Even though she picked the place, it was far. It took 45 minutes to get there. That's so far away. And then when I arrived, she was a bit late. Hey, how do you guys feel if someone comes to on a date late? For me, I don't care. Mostly because it's whatever, man. Like, a couple of minutes is a couple of minutes. Stuff happens. I'm also the kind of person who's often late myself, so I guess if I felt strongly about it, I would just be on time. I actually did go on time today, so before someone gets on my case, I was on time. But anyways, like, so she came a bit late, and it was funny because I was like, is this the girl? As I was like in line to order, and I saw her like through the window, and she was walking in, and then she like walked past me because I was facing away, obviously, because I was ordering, and then she was like, and I was like, okay, this is the one, because I've only ever seen a picture of her, right? So I thought that was so funny because I could have said something earlier, but it was like, I want to see how this plays out. So like she comes into the shop, I'm in the line, so she passes me, and then she's like clearly looking for someone. I'm like, okay, well, this is the one. And then she like turned around, and like I waved at her. I could just said something right at the start, but I didn't want to make that assumption. Anyways, so we grabbed like some drinks, matcha milk tea, and she wanted a pastry, the mango tart thing. And then we just chatted for a while. It was interesting hearing, like, she's in the same profession as I am. She's going to become an auditor, and I'm a property accountant, so it's the same line of work. And yeah, like I got introduced to her because my mom was asking me like to help her out with her upcoming tests and stuff, because she's going through a CPA program. Anyways, it was just funny. She's very. Tatura said I was being mean. If I see someone's mousy, that's not me being mean, is it? Mousy. I'm gonna mousy definition. I don't think that's a mean. That's just the definition. Nervous, shy, or timid, lacking presence or charisma. That's the correct terminology to use. She, like the way she walks and talks and all that stuff. Does she know you're a VTuber? No, I don't reveal stuff like that. I don't even reveal to employers that I'm a streamer or a content creator anymore. All you do is work for us, basically. You're the only one I know who calls cha time like that. Say like chat time? Isn't it cha? Like cha tea? I thought that was like that's how it was. Was I nice? I think I'm always nice. You're the only ones who think I'm not nice. What if someone knows you're a VTuber? Okay. How? How would they know? The funniest part ever was when my former roommate called me, talked to me on Facebook like many years ago, and he was just like, are you this person on YouTube? Do you make videos for Fire Emblem Heroes? And I was like, yes, and how did you know? And he revealed to me that his little brother watched me. I was like, what? That was crazy to me. That was the only time ever that's such a thing. Oh, the Leafs just scored! Whoa! Okay, hold on, the game's starting. I better hurry the story up. Let's go! Leafs scored the first goal! I'd show you guys, but this would get me in trouble, so here's 10 seconds of it. Alright, anyways, we gotta go fast in the story. Okay. We talked about a lot of small things. Like, where she's been, what she's studying, what she's been up to, like, stuff like that, just getting to know each other. It wasn't awkward. This is gonna sound really bad. I accepted because just in case she was a cutie, but more so, it's been a while since I've been on a date. You don't want to be like out of practice That sounds terrible to say. You don't want to be out of it because when you finally meet that dream person, you know when that there's that connection. You don't want to be like, man, I don't remember how this goes, or like you don't want to be awkward about it. You know what I mean? So it's important. It's important to just like get yourself out there so to be a part of that. So when the moment happens, it just doesn't slip by. Saying, where'd you meet your date? I got introduced to her because my mom wanted me to help her out because she was doing her CPA. My mom wanted me to help her out with tax and stuff. So that's how I got to know her. Sounds like you want to get a new, better girl. Okay, I didn't say that. You said that. But also, yes. But you're the dick for saying that. I only acknowledged and agreed with you. Look, for relationships, I don't know about you guys. Have you ever been in a relationship where you saw someone and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the one? Right? Like, have you ever felt like that before in your lives? Because if you did, you know what it feels like to be certain. And if you meet anyone else and they're not that level, you just know it. Cerilius, welcome back. Thank you so much. Andre's your bot, so you are the dick. Wow, thanks. Anyways, it was gonna be hard to have that connection. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't get much of a feeling of her personality outside of one aspect. So let me set this up. So I asked her, hey, why did you want to become an accountant? And then she said her mom picked it for her, and she thinks it would be easier to find a job and make money. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I asked her, hey, I know you have a condo. How does it feel? How's your roommate? And she corrected me immediately and said tenant. I was like, oh, it's that kind of relationship, huh? And I said, okay, so what do you think of your tenant? And she's like, not so happy. I'm like, why? And she pointed out she's only making $1,200 a month, whereas she could probably charge $1,500. And I was like, oh, okay, it's another money thing. Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm like, okay, how's the job hunt going? She's like, really bad. I'm like, oh, okay. Why? She's like, I've taken a lot of interviews and there hasn't been interest thus far. And she said, the economy is really bad here. I'm like, oh yeah, it is. It's just bad everywhere, to be honest. Okay, I'm just gonna skip ahead of the examples. She really cares about money. That much is very, very clear to me. Red flags? I don't really think it's a red flag. It's more like, some young adults just really care about money. Oh! Was that not a goal? Some young adults really care about money, because they have big aspirations. As a streamer, I've given up on every aspiration. I'm just gonna be your entertainment monkey, and I'll just do entertaining monkey things, and then you'll give me like pity change, and I'll be able to afford some bananas. That's how I feel. But no. Obviously, if I'm going to commit so much time to streaming and whatnot, my aspirations are not money related, clearly. But for a lot of people, like, money is a very big deal, and everything they want to do is like money related. So like I asked her, like, what do you want to do? And she's like, traveling, but obviously traveling takes a lot of money. She asked like what her favorite place is, and she was like, this is the UK. And obviously the UK is very expensive. So when people want to make the world better or help others, Rex, stop talking to me about make-believe people. Those people don't exist. And some people want to make Canada 51st state. Okay, those people exist. Dance Monkey, dance, I know. That's a bad fit for you. Look, I wasn't expecting anything on this. My mom did tell me. I hate when my mom does stuff like this, but like, she did tell me like, hey, make sure to pay for everything because she's currently in between jobs. So I'm like, okay, well, I was going to do that anyways, but sure. Your hamburger money? I know. I actually spent all my money today that I earned for my sponsorship yesterday on this date. Because I paid for the matcha tea and the mango tart. Oh god, I'm skipping a lot of the story, but I'll skip ahead. I asked her where she wanted to eat because she didn't seem to have time for the movie. The movie's 2 hours. There was only one movie, by the way, that wasn't an action or horror movie. Have you guys been to the movie theater recently? It's so bad. It's just the same shit. Action, 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 horror. Action, action. Like there's Michael B. Jordan movie that looks pretty good. Obviously, she's not gonna be interested. There's like a movie with who's that guy who does only one role and one role very well? He's like British and he's bald. Jason Statham. There's a Jason Statham movie. Dude, guys, it's just the same shit. I'm like, what am I gonna invite her to? There's literally only one movie that I can invite her to. Oh yeah, and the Minecraft movie. I'm sorry, I lied. I deleted that from my mind, alright? Here, I'll show you guys the movies available. These are the movies available. Sinners, Michael B. Jordan. The Minecraft movie. The Amateur, which I'm pretty sure is like drama. Drama, horror. Warfare, action. The Accountant 2, obviously what that is about. The only movie I could invite her to and that she had any interest in was the Wedding Banquet, but this movie was at 4 and it's like about 2 hours long, so it was like no way we had enough time. Remember, it takes me 45 minutes to get there, and if it starts at 4 and ends at 6, I'm not gonna get home in time for like the stream. Anyways, a gay man makes a deal with his lesbian friend, a green card marriage for him in exchange for vitro fertilizing treatment for her. Plans evolve as Min's grandmother surprises him with a Korean wedding banquet. This is the only thing we could have watched, and it was at 4. Actually, all the movies are at 4, so we couldn't even watch any movies. Where's the Mika? What are you guys talking about? These are all the movies. There was like no movies to watch. Anyways. Badly planned date. I didn't pick the location. I didn't even know she wanted. Look, she didn't. As I said, she ended up not even. We didn't even watch a movie because it was just late. Also, Star Wars Episode 3 re-release. Yeah, but there's no way she'd be interested in that. Anyways, so we watched the movie. We didn't watch the movie. After talking for a while, she even eats like a mouse, by the way. I don't think calling someone mousy is bad. I just think it's an accurate way to describe someone. Come on. I never said you badly planned it. I just said what? Badly planned. What's the difference? Star Wars makes money. She could like, yeah. That's some Sugma logic. Anyways, so afterwards we went to a restaurant, and this is the part of the story that I thought was really interesting. Remember red flags, guys? Remember red flags? So I looked at while we were talking and whatnot. I brought up the Google Maps app, and I was just looking at like nearby restaurants, and I said, "Hey, do you want to go to this Italian restaurant that's nearby, or anything that you want?" Hats off, I'm not wearing it. Oh, Leaf score again! Let's go! 2-0. Oh my god, we should be watching the game right now. They're destroying them. Datura's such a hater. Oh, Leafs are gonna get destroyed. Oh, me never watch hockey. Me stupid. That's Datura. That's how Datura sounds like to me. Anyways, the Leafs are destroying them right now. We're gonna watch the game after I'm done talking about this stuff. I should have streamed earlier, but I came home and I needed a nap. I woke up really early. Anyways, let's go Senators. What? How dare you? You know, the Senators won. I wouldn't be that sad because I did go to university in the University of Ottawa, so I did cheer for the Senators for a while. You know. Anyways, where was I in the story? Oh yeah, I let her pick the restaurant to go to. And this one got to me a lot. Guys, I let her pick the restaurant. I was like, the Italian place looks really nice. It's like, have you been? And she's like, yeah, I've been one time. But she wanted to eat something Asian, so we went to a Japanese Thai place that she picked. And I was like, okay, sure, I'm down for anything. We go in. Not McDonald's, people leave finger. There actually isn't even a nearby McDonald's. I asked her what her favorite fast food is, and she said none. She doesn't like any of them. Anyways, so this was really interesting. So I let her pick the restaurant, and she picks the Japanese Thai place. And we get to the restaurant. It doesn't take very long. She's clearly not good with directions, because even though she's been to this place like 4 times, I was like, do you know the directions to it? I know it's within walking distance, but like, no, she doesn't know where it is. So like I bring up the Google Maps, and then we walk there. I just thought that was weird. If you've been there 4 times, you should be able to like, it wasn't even far. Like we walked like 3 minutes from where we were. Anyways, so what was the red flag? So we go into the restaurant. There's no one in the front. I was like, okay, that's weird. I walk in, and at the bar, there's 2 people talking. I think one of the employees were new. So I thought this was so hilarious. So this guy, I think, is clearly very new, because he's getting a lot of instructions from the manager. So the manager is like, oh, this is a table that's available. Like, go set them up. So he grabs one set of menus, and he starts going to the table. Then he stops and turns around, and he's like, oh, this is the wrong set of menus. I'm like, oh, yeah, I get it. It's like 3, right? So like, it's just past lunchtime. So he's giving us a dinner menu. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, man. Cool. So he gave us the dinner menu, and then we sit down. Then it's not a bad spot, and everything looked pretty good. So we sat down. It's a nice place. And then I look at the menu. What's on the menu? First of all, before going to this place, I checked online, so I saw it was on Uber Eats and stuff, so I had a good idea of the prices and whatnot. But once I looked at the menu, I realized something was off. I was like, oh god, it's one of those places. It's one of those buffet/restaurants. So you can order from it. But it's a buffet. So like, you can order individual dishes, or skip the dishes, or Uber Eats or whatever, but it's a buffet. And I look at the menu, and there's no prices. It's just a buffet. And I was like, what? Wait. What? I let her pick a place for us to go, with the understanding that I'll be paying, and she takes us to a buffet. I was like, what the hell? How does what? Huh? What? Why would this happen? What? Like, if you just meet someone, you're maybe if you're American, your first date would be in a buffet. But like, I'm like, what? I was just like baffled by this decision, because I knew she wanted to eat. Her reason for going here was because she wanted to eat escargot. So I was like, oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's fine. I've had it one time. I didn't think it was good. Whatever. So I was like, okay, that's really weird. So I was like waiting for her. So I was like, there has to be a mistake, right? Like, there's no way. If you were on a date and you got asked where to go, you wouldn't pick a buffet, right? Like, I've never heard of that before. Anyways, so I look at the menu. There's no prices, and I look at the prices, and then at the very end, you see the price. It's like $35 a night for the dinner menu on the weekdays. On the weekends, it's $45. I was like, what the what the fuck? I was so confused. I was like, why are we going to a buffet? I thought she didn't have time for a movie. Then she picks a buffet for dinner. I was like, okay. So she doesn't say anything. She's clearly looking for something. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just wait. And then the waiter comes up and asks, what do we want? I said, we'll just have water. We haven't picked yet. And I don't even know how it works here. The worst thing is, I just had a Japanese buffet yesterday with my parents. So I was just like, man, I'm going to eat buffets 2 days in a row. That's crazy. Anyways, eventually, the server comes back for a second time and asks what you want. And I'm like, I start ordering stuff. And then I'm like, well, I don't know how ordering works here, because it's my first time here. And And the waitress, and this is what really got me, and she said, "Oh, you just call us up whenever you want something for your first order." So I was like, "Oh, okay, so that's how it works." Because I was just like, "This is not normal. Like, this isn't usually how a buffet works, right? A sushi buffet works." And then she finally speaks up. She's like, "Oh, can we get the a la carte menu?" I was about to start us on a buffet. So what actually happened was they're not just all you can eat. Our newbie server really fucked up. They only gave us the buffet menu. And because it's my first time here, I have no idea. Right? Like, who would... I did think it was really strange that she would pick a buffet for the first date, because who would do that? No, it turns out this place actually has a la carte menu, which means you just order what you want to eat. And that's it. Like, but for whatever reason, our server just, who's clearly new, only gave us the buffet menu, and I didn't even say we wanted that. I just thought that entire interaction was so weird, and I thought it was so weird that she didn't say anything either. If she's been here 4 times, why didn't she say anything? I was like, huh. Either way, like, she's clearly not the most apt individual when it comes to like reading people. That's okay, like, sure. But I just thought, oh god, they just scored. It's tied. Anyways, so we just ordered afterwards. They gave us a proper menu, we ordered. She really wanted escargot, so she ordered escargot. And I was like, do you want anything else? And she only ordered escargot. And I got some curry, and that was it. We... Man, I was like... I was fine with paying for it anyways, because it's just like, whatever. You know, it's a first date, just do it. But yeah, it wasn't anything spectacular. I was just glad at the end of it that I wasn't like spending like 2-3 times as much. Anyways, after dinner, we just talked about some goofy things. She watches like dramas like every other girl, and I don't know, nothing really stood out to me. And afterwards, I was like, okay, I guess I'll walk her to the bus station, because I think she wanted to. Well, I didn't know what we were going to do afterwards, but clearly, like, okay, so we had some bubble tea, and then we had like dinner, and that was it. I was like, okay, I guess that's it. Yeah, nothing really stood out to me. Except for the fact of the potential buffet thing. That was really goofy. Ara, don't worry about. Why didn't you ask when you arrived to know the place? Ask what? Yeah, she only wanted to go for escargot. She only ordered escargot. She's a pescatarian, whatever she only eats. Apparently, she said she's like allergic to meat. She only eats like fish and vegetables. Hold on, what am I reading here? I know you think low of Americans, but a buffet is not a good location for a first date. I agree. It's a terrible place for a first date. Like, eating is not a beautiful thing for most people. So why would you only want to spend like a gazillion hours eating together? That's way too much. I'll go to Taco Bell, bruh. Make your money's worth? Okay. How the buffet works as his menu? Rex, were you not listening? I didn't know it was a buffet. And it wasn't a buffet. Hold on. You think that's normal? If you go to a place that is part buffet and part a la carte, which means you can order individual items, they would give you both menus. They would at least mention which menu you would want. They didn't do either. Do you just normally go into a place and be like, is this a buffet? No way, dude. And again, she mentions she was here 4 times. If you're seriously putting this on me, you're being very extra. I don't think it's normal to go into a restaurant and be like, is this a buffet? Is there a buffet menu? Is there a normal menu? Like, those are not normal questions you ask. Like, if you go to a restaurant, the server would instead just ask you which menu you would want. That's the normal thing. In our case, because we went at 3, which is mid between lunch and dinner, the right thing for him to do was ask us, which menu do you want? If you're in the midpoint, they give you both. They can give you either menu. But no, look, dude. It's a new guy. It was clearly his job to like inform us. You cannot possibly be like. Again, even the waitress, I was like, I don't know how it works here. The ordering, I straight up just tell her I don't know how it works because I've never been here before. I just thought this entire thing was really weird. And again, my date didn't say anything either. Like, any number of things could have happened to resolve any of this, but none of it happened. That's why I was like, huh. Anyways, whatever. So Deter asked me early in the day if I care about a second date. No, not really. I think it was just better to like get back into like, it was good practice. Calling it practice sounds mean, I guess. It was a good experience to like, I don't think I was awkward or anything. Just like how to have a talk with a stranger for a long time, I think. Anyways, it was really hard to like get a grasp of like what she likes. All I came out of it from that thing was like, okay, she really cares about money. She likes dramas, of which I don't know what any of them are. She did mention a couple. And she's traveled a lot, but never been to America. And she's in the same line of profession. That's all I learned after 3 hours. Whatever. It's not a big deal. None of it's a big deal. I just thought it was funny. You know, when you have like these more blind dates, because I didn't know her at all prior to this. I guess at the end of the day, that's just how most of these work, right? Like, you don't come if it's a date with someone you like legitimately formally asked to a date. There should be at least be a little bit of a connection, right? But in this case, because it's like basically blind, you know, nothing was guaranteed at all. So I think this is just a normal outcome. Is it difficult to impress a girl or get some vibe with her? Impress? Well, I wasn't trying to impress her. Why? Do you try to impress your date? Like, again, this is more of a blind date situation. Do you try to impress your date on the first date? Like, isn't that a bit much? You don't even know them. Like, I have a Lamborghini 4000. I have 99 Bitcoins. I work for big money. My PP 21 inches. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't think you should do that on your first date. That just comes off as pretentious. On your first date, you just try to make a connection. Impressing someone on your first date, unless you already have a connection, is kind of silly. Like, stacking up your accolades is a douchebag move. IMO. If you disagree, guys, that's fine. But like, I feel like that makes you come off as insecure. In your first date, you should be trying to win them over your personality. It should be through a connection. If you're gonna like just try your best to impress them through like those kinds of means, I don't know how that works. Yeah, impressing someone. Yeah, like maybe that's how you find a gold digger. It's just a bad idea. Did you show her your Nikkei account and waifu pics? No, I did not. I don't think she plays any games. You want me to be honest? I think this is what she does. I think she like does her classes, goes to work, comes back, and that's it. Watches drama for a bit, studies, which is fine. To be honest, that's the good thing to do. If you're in this point of your in your life where you are still pursuing your accreditations, you're trying to find a better career, yeah, that's a good thing to do. But on a personal connection level, my gosh, that's not a lot. Best to be humble and open on the first date. Yeah, Datura's got it. I would say it's a red flag. Like, some guys, especially conservative people, actually that's stereotyping, but I watched an interview from a girl who only dated conservative men for like 2 years, and she said they always try to like super impress you right away. And that was like huge turn off for her because it was just like, you don't even know the person yet. Why are you like trying to show off like how great you are? You know, it comes off as unnatural and insecure. Like, you don't have better things to do and better ways to connect with someone other than just like flaunt yourself. Like, no way. Anyways, I also wanted to vote afterwards, but I wanted to make sure I come home in time for to like at least stream a bit and talk about the hockey game. All right, whatever. I think that's enough about it. I wish it was more exciting. It was okay. I'm just gonna tell myself it's okay. I'm happy you shared of us. Right. You know, there was a time when I wanted to do IRL streaming when I first starting out in 2017. I actually wanted to take you guys out on a date. Like, to one of my dates at a time. But yeah, I eventually gave up on that because it's just like, oh, it's so hard to get data at the time. It's okay. Thanks, Obama. Wow. Still time for that? Ugh. I'm like really turned off on IRL dating. IRL dating. IRL streaming right now. And I think when you do it nowadays, people just get the wrong impressions right away, right? So anyways, we're gonna watch a hockey game in a bit. First period's over. Leafs are up 2-1. We'll start soon. Oh man. We'll do some gaming tonight after the Leafs game is done. The Leafs game will be done at 10, so I'll have like an hour or two to do some gaming. Man. Do you guys remember any dates you have that were really good? Any? I don't know how people have like, well, I'm sure it happens. I'm not gonna doubt it. But like a first date that like just completely a blind date, so you don't have that initial connection and that just goes really, really well. I don't know anyone in my life that's experienced that, but I hear about it all the time. Yeah, the date I never had. Oh. Wait. I think I have some pictures I can show you guys. All right, but yeah, it's intermission right now, so we haven't started. I'll show you guys. Hold on, before we start. Am I gonna get in trouble for showing this? You know what I found? Hold on, I'll show you guys real quick. This is wild. You guys know I shop on Temu a lot, right? Temu gives you a lot of free shit, so I've stopped shopping at Amazon as much. And today, this is what I saw. You ready? It's terrible. 3, 2, 1. This is a product they're selling on Temu. And it's almost sold out. 6 people bought it. What the fuck? How is this a product that you're selling? You can see what I actually bought. I bought some straws for my tumbler, MME and storage and Dido figure. Yeah, this is real. I was like, what the shit? It's AI generator, obviously, but like, okay. As for what I ordered curry. This was pretty good. It was Thai golden curry with eggplant and beef. This was pretty good. Alright, people say that Temu is really bad. No, Temu's really good. It takes you a while to learn how to shop. I've bought Switch games on Temu for way below their actual value. I'll show you guys the Switch games I bought. I bought Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on Temu for like $30. You cannot buy it in the West for $30. If you know how to shop on Temu, if you know how to take advantage of their coupons, promotions, their credit backs, then you can get crazy deals that you will never get anywhere else. And then, yeah, after the date, I was at Cineplex. I really wanted to watch a movie, but there was like just no time for it. This is from Star Trek, male drone. Star Trek: The Next Generation, and they had another one for the Borg Queen. Man, I haven't watched a movie in a movie theater forever. I thought today was my day. I thought I was gonna watch a movie about something. She did say she was good with action movies, but I was like, there's no way she would enjoy that. The Wedding Banquet would be more fitting, because she mentioned she likes dramas, and this would definitely be more up her alley. But yeah, man, seriously, have you guys been to a movie theater recently? There's like nothing good to watch. The closest thing I want to watch was The Sinners and The Wedding Banquet. Everything else just looks so boring. The Thunderbolts isn't out yet. This will be good. This didn't even catch my eye. Marvel Studios assembles an unconventional team of anti-heroes. Are you sure this will be good? Oh shoot, Bucky will be in it. Okay, but I'm gonna be honest. Ever since the main MCU stuff ended, Endgame and everything, no, I didn't think there was anything good left. I've actually watched multiple playthroughs of Until Dawn. There's no way this will be good. Until Dawn's like in-game story is so long. The Accountant for the Accountants? You're so funny. I actually watched the original Accountant. The Accountant has nothing to do with accounting. It's a front. Yeah, I watched this. I watched this with Ben Affleck. I actually watched this movie. This is so old now. I you know what? I would say I'm a Ben Affleck fan. But this has nothing to do with accounting. I watched this movie because in 2016 I possibly graduated and as an accountant, and I was just like, oh, there's a movie called The Accountant, and I am going to become the accountant. Let's go watch the movie and learn how the accounting role works. Oh, there's a gun. Oh, I didn't know that was part of the job. Anyways, I went into that movie with zero expectations outside of its name, and it featured almost no accounting whatsoever. They're like, oh, the books don't line up. But how? Don't worry about it. Anyways, here, have gun. Oh, also, it's not the accounting that makes him do stuff. It's his autistic son that makes him do stuff. Oh, shoot, can I still say that word, or do you get canceled for saying that? It literally says the word. I don't know anymore, man. Everything gets a cancel nowadays. But yeah, I watched this movie, though. It's so PC's term you're good. I'm so worried about this stuff. People try to cancel you. If you say one word, people try to cancel you because now that word means it represents you. And because you said it, that means you obviously stand for it. Or you're a hater, or you're whatever nonsense, you know? Ugh. All right. Anyways, the Leafs game will be back on soon, so we'll switch over to Kick as soon as it's back on. Okay, but yeah, we'll have a real gaming session later tonight. Anyways, I know the story wasn't too exciting. It just wasn't that exciting of a day. I'm just glad I got it. I just did it. I think in life, you cannot only have good experiences. You should put yourself through bad experiences as well. I wouldn't say it go as far as saying it was a bad experience, but I'm just saying you should put yourself in all sorts of situations so that when it really matters, you can actually be functional. Be functional during them. Do I have anything due today, guys, in any of the gacha games? Yeah, I was gonna start XCX tonight, but date and game. Remember, they didn't announce the Leafs game until Thursday. So earlier on in the week, I was like, I get to play Xenoblade Chronicles X this weekend. And remember, I forgot about the date. So I didn't remember that was going on a date this weekend. And remember, early voting started this weekend. So I was like, okay, well, the worst thing I got to do... The worst thing I was going to do was... worst thing to do was going to burn my time waiting at the advanced voting polls for Canadian elections. And the other thing that was there was returning some stuff to Amazon, which I did. But I forgot the other part of it, which is pick up stuff from the postal office. Jinx sent me. I won her contest, so she sent me some stuff, and I was supposed to go yesterday, and I did, but I forgot to pick it up because I was in such a rush. So I got to go on Monday. Actually, today is the last day to pick it up, but the postal office isn't open today. So from what I understand, they'll extend it by another day. So hopefully tomorrow morning, they'll still have everything. Yeah, I gotta do the Genshin event. How long does the Genshin event take? I forgot to vote today. Datura, who are you voting for? By the way, I don't care who you guys vote for. You guys could vote for the worst part. Like, if there was a Satan party, I wouldn't care what you vote for. You're doing your duty as a citizen in a democracy by voting. The only times I ever take issue with people's voting is when they don't vote. I don't care who you vote for. Now, I will be surprised. Like, I'm still surprised to this day that Trump won. But, like, I can't blame people for voting for him. Like, they did their duty as citizens of a democracy. That was the right thing to do. It's not their fault that both candidates sucked ass and they were going to pick a shitty candidate no matter what happened. It's just one sucked less ass than the other. So it didn't... Like, you know, you can't really fault people on this. That's not on them. The only thing that you can fault them on is not voting, because that's the worst option. Like, you might not like the front runners, but you can very much vote for any of the other parties, even if they have no chance of winning. That is still a better thing to do than nothing, you know? So yeah, I don't really care what you guys vote for. None of that. I never... Fun fact, I was going to try to vote yesterday, but because my parents wanted to go for dinner, I didn't have time. So I was like, okay, I won't go. But you want to know a fun fact? My dad is going to vote conservatives, and I'm going to vote liberals. So what does that mean? That means we're going to wash each other's votes out. But you might be like, okay, then why are you going? We could both save ourselves some time if we both of us just don't go, right? Because if I give one vote to one party and he gives another vote to the other party, it's the same result. It doesn't change a thing. So why don't we just both not vote? Because you should still vote. Still take part. Still be a part of the process. Even if what you're doing has no meaning. It is something that you should be doing regardless. AOC for president? You like her that much? I heard she's very unpopular. Conservatives and conservative men in particular don't like her. But I'll be honest, politicians in America are just unpopular in general. SLA is calm for 2 more weeks. All right, I got to pull soon because all the events need water damage in it. Is that the Eldritch guy? Yeah, you thought you're going to play what you wanted. Yeah, I know, I did think. Genshin VA drama. I should be covering the drama stuff. I should be covering how Wuthering Waves... Guys, I keep getting called biased when I talk shit about Wuthering Waves. But, like, I'm not making shit up. Like, I'm not like, Wuthering Waves is the worst game ever. And I just stop there. Like, no, if I say something like that, I would cite things. I would give you source. I would give you facts. I would never just simply say something, unless I'm fucking with you, then I would just say whatever the hell I want. But if I'm serious about something, you would know I'm serious, first of all. And second of all, I back that shit up. But yeah, I'm not biased. Has anyone been looking at how pissed off Wuthering Waves players are about the anniversary? They hate it. And the reason why I'm like so critical on them is because, hey, Wuthering Waves players really hate how little they're getting in terms of free shit. And you might be like, well, yeah, that's everybody. Well, yeah, that's the reason why you should be even more harsh on them. Because you just have to look at what Genshin Impact went through on first anniversary when they were stingy. People were pissed. They got review bombed. So why did WUA look at what Genshin did 5 years ago and be like, oh, we're going to do the same shit all over again? Like, that's moronic. Like, imagine you're the first caveman in the world and you discovered fire. And because you discovered fire, which gave you a big advantage, you put your hand in fire and you got burnt. And everyone's like laughing at you like, oh, stupid Humi, you should have known it would hurt. But now you know, and you were the first to do it, so we'll let it go. Right? It's much more forgiving. Now imagine 5 years later, there's another caveman, and Inman just make fire. And even though it watched other caveman touch fire and get burned, it was like, I'm going to touch fire and get burned. That's Wuthering Waves. It's the second caveman. It already knows what would happen if you touched a fire. You're going to get burned. And it does it anyways. A lot of Wuthering Waves shit is like that. It's like if you just paid attention to Genshin, you would realize this doesn't work. And then they do it anyways. So it's not like unequated hate for Wuthering Waves. It's just like, you've earned it. They've absolutely earned it. There's nothing complicated about any of this stuff. You know, the result has always been clear because you watched Genshin people go through the same thing. So why would you do it? Yeah, look at how generous Nikke is with their anniversary rewards. This is just half anniversary, and they're going 130 polls deep in terms of free polls. And I hate the topic of like, oh, look at the other stuff they're doing. That is the worst argument. Why? Because if you're shitting on Genshin and saying I'm being biased and all for Genshin, Genshin's first year, if you ignored the rewards, they were really good. Fully voice acted campaign. It was gorgeous. It was Lantern Rain, was it not, guys? And then it was the first time ever a gacha game like showed you the stats of a player and made you reminisce. It was beautifully done. It was very memorable. It was gorgeous. And at the time, and remember, this was 5 years ago. At the time, there was nothing like it. It was mind-blowing how good it was at the time. And did I say at the time? I hate when people go revisionist history and be like, oh, that's nothing. Well, at the time, there was nothing better. It's like telling people from like 30 years ago, oh, the Famicom was a shitty console. But at the time, it was the best thing ever. No. You cannot grade things like that. Imagine going back to like the first cartoon ever and saying it was terrible, even though at its time it was the best ever and it's what spawned everything else. Like, it's stupid to look at things that way, but whatever. Anyways, would you be willing to do a new player guild for Nikke? We have a new player guild. Helio, do you want to join? We still have room. Sorry, let me catch up in the chat. I was doing HSR while going through this stuff. Yeah, I should do the WUA stuff just to check it out. It would be fun to do a reaction video on the WUA stuff. It'd be like Genshin player / WUA hater checks out Wuthering Waves anniversary stream. That's just free views, isn't it? Like, it sells itself. First of all, they're gonna hate me. Second of all, they're gonna love me. And third of all, I'm gonna have fun because I get told I'm biased because I don't judge these things with my own eyes with Wuthering Waves. But I've played Wuthering Waves for a month. I streamed that game for 40 plus hours. 40 plus hours is enough to finish a lot of games. Or was it 20 plus hours? Whatever. It was enough time to finish literal games. If at that point you still cannot judge a game, then shut the fuck up because you're the biased one. Imagine that. You played for 20 plus hours and people were like, oh, you still can't judge the game. What the fuck? You have to spend 1,000 hours before you can judge something. Yeah, okay. No, at 20 hours, that's more than realistic. That's more than feasible. I streamed for 20 hours. I played it for over a month. I can clearly give my opinion, and it's not coming from nothing. No, I didn't play everything, but that is the dumbest argument. Yeah, you have to beat a game before you can give judgment. I hate the people who say that shit. It's just like, no. I streamed it for 20 hours. Here, I'll just show it. I'll prove it to you. That's it. Motherfucker, how many months are in a year? If I spent a month playing a game, you can't be like, that's it? How many games can I afford to do that with every year? 12? Yeah, okay. Get rage baited? Oh my god. I will find you. And butt fuck you to okay, whatever. I'm gonna try not to get canceled. Not yet. I know you're messing with me. And you know what? I know you're messing with me, and I'm still pissed. Now what are you gonna do about that? Oh, a guide. Sorry, I thought you meant guild. Oh my god, guys. Holy fuck. I streamed 6,000 hours of holy fuck. Yikes, shut the fuck up. Don't yikes me. Oh my god, shut up. I streamed 40 hours of Fire Emblem. I streamed 40 hours of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. This is what pisses me off when Three Houses players are like, oh, you can't talk. I have 40 proven hours spent in the game. Of course I can talk. I spent 21 hours on Tower of Fantasy. So in my eyes, I gave Wuthering 17.8. Sorry, my bad. I gave Wuthering Waves basically as much time as Tower of Fantasy, separated by 3 hours. I played both games for a month. I just happened to stream Tower of Fantasy for 3 hours more. I played more raid challenges. Before anyone says anything, remember, raid challenges is 100% better than Wuthering Waves. Just remember that. And also, they sponsored me throughout the years, so that's not the same thing. But no, raid challenges is better than Wuthering Waves. Here's proof. I played it more. All right. Anyways. All right. All right. What's the last one? I don't know. Fishing Paradiso. Ignore these guys. These don't count. You want to know why they don't count? Remember, people send me games just to play them on stream, and sometimes I play like 10 minutes. So ignore these. These aren't right. The Super Mario Sunshine is just an error. Because when you enter Super Mario, it like goes to Super Mario Sunshine by default. So like Smash Bros, for example, right? Anyways, join our Discord. Just ask questions. We'll totally help you. There's a lot of work to the game, but it's not that difficult to understand. Low hours for BD2 and Azure Lane. I don't know, man. Anyways, let's set up for we'll be streaming games later tonight. It's just right now we're gonna watch hockey. They still haven't resumed yet, so we still have a bit of time. Oh, sorry, did I say they didn't resume? They resumed. All right, so we're heading to Kick. Why? If I stream this on Twitch, I will be banned. It is that simple. Here's my Kick. Here's my Kick, check it out. I'll be starting to stream in a moment. We have to turn off the Twitch stream because I will be banned. But yeah, if you only care about the gaming stuff, I'll be back later tonight to play some games. But till then, I hope you guys join me for the hockey game. I know not everyone enjoys hockey. Oh, there's Noodles. I know not everyone enjoys hockey, but it's a lot of fun. I wish I changed my stream title to I just want one win in my lifetime. Have you ever thought about happiness? This is terrible. Okay, I've decided. Our title is, have you ever thought about happiness? I just want one win in my lifetime. That's like a Japanese title, isn't it? Anyways, we'll be in Watch Party. Huh? Did they remove? Oh, here it is. All right. Anyways, we'll be on Kick and Kick exclusively, so we don't get banned. All right. I'll be back later tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm shutting off the Twitch stream. Thanks for coming to my talk about the date. And I'll see you guys later, unless you're coming to Kick. But yeah, Leafs versus Sens coming up now. All right, here we go. I should raid someone, shouldn't I? Oh, whatever. Wait, I should raid someone. Oh my god. I don't get an opportunity to raid people this early on usually, so maybe I can raid someone I don't usually get a raid. Aries? We tried raiding him last time, it didn't let me. Maybe Elite Eric or Lily? If you want to suggest someone to raid, you better be go quick. I'm pretty sure he's denying us. Oh no, we're going through, sorry. You should have just told me. There's a redemption, you, oh my god, you idiot, you idiot, you idiot. There's a redemption. Hi, I'm covering it. Look. There's a redemption for it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's a redemption for it. I'm covering it. Here. Wait. There's a raid redemption. Am I crazy? There used to be a raid redemption. Yeah, here. Max priority raid. Guide the raid here. I'm covering it kind of. You should just redeemed it. All right. Anyways, we'll just say. But yeah, we'll be on Kick. We'll be back later tonight. Anyways, I know it wasn't the most exciting story, but I didn't gloss over it and make up stuff. So. Anyways, love you, Rex. Love you, Jimma. Love you, Obama, especially Obama. Take care, Atomic Starry. I wonder who that is. Good night, Datura, Eldritch, Hellscrib. All right, I'll see you guys. Here we go. Love you,